booted up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to
Well, Coach, the good news for now, no snow in the forecast, but plenty of scarves and mittens in this sea of orange at Empower Field at Mile High, just west of downtown Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
Let's go, baby.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Finds his tight end Ingram. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
But that certainly looked like something that they... discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. It's a foot race. And Ingram holds it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 180. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Abukum racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Newton. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Single.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, no. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by mata87's. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Newton. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3rd and 7.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 50.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run. They're running it. Shift. Watch the shift.
Now Gordon on 1st down. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check.
Shotgun now for Carr. He completes it to Nelson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Back. Slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Well, now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. This is the tight end Fant. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And an alley to run. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. He decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All day, just like that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way home for a score. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Watch right. Gotcha.
Here's Carr to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Caught by Nelson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Carr hauling it in, Nelson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Second and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Carr going to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Good job, D.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. 185.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Finds his tight end Ingram. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To Thompson on the draw. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Now Newton. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Newton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Newton to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Newton now to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Newton on 1st down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Newton now to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
What now?
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Carr going to look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done.